and here we are for the Belgium Grand Prix. It was a qualifying 2 days ago, it was a sprint race a day ago, and here we are for the third time this season, my third video here in Belgium. It's the Belgium Grand Prix. Of course, if you're on Twitch, you get to see it all at the same time. Twitch.tv/CC64YT. And I know all of you Twitch viewers are probably getting annoyed with me dropping that, but I have to. You know, we're trying to expand. Expand onto different things. So, you know, here we are. But last sprint race, of course, Charlie won. Only because Charlie's magnificent defending. I'm starting to stutter again. George went wide, unfortunately, due to the rain in the sprint race. He went majorly wide, costing him potentially a chance at the sprint race win. Of course, Charlie taking a full 8 points there yesterday. He will be majorly happy with that. But what can Charlie do today? It's all to play for. I mean, both championship contenders will be looking for the full 26 points, of course, fastest lap included. Who will be able to strike? Who will be able to take that? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to open my window because it's getting very hot. And although, you know, neighbours may say, well, you know, you're being really loud, it is what it is. We'll just have to quieten it down a bit. But it is all to play for, you know. It is all to play for. Of course, a little bit of an announcement. Callum is with a 5-second penalty due to what was caused in qualifying, as you saw 2 days ago. The reason I'm saying 2 days ago and not exact day is because I don't know when the video actually came out, because I can't tell you right now. Yes, he will take a 5-second penalty this race, an unlucky time for Callum for sure. But will he be able to make sure that it doesn't affect him? Who knows? It's all to play for Callum, that's for sure. But I do see that Charlie is now lining back up. We've got a few drivers right behind you. You do have Harry in P19, Charlie. I keep getting me super confused. Peter in P18. So both will be one of the last three to line up here. But it is what it is. But now, as I said, Charlie is lined back up. George is just crawling up, same as Callum. Now, all three of them have lined back up. Now it's just the AIs, Harry and Peter, left to line up. And I'm feeling my throat going already. Brilliant. I've got Brands Hatch tomorrow. If NASCAR. Vlog coming, by the way, for that tomorrow, and we'll see if my voice is gone or not. It'd be great timing, wouldn't it? But nonetheless, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it is, or is it, lights out? And away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's 22 laps of racing, and Callum up to P2. George dropping down to P4. A brilliant start by Callum to get up to P2 today. Can he hold it? George manages to survive. George Russell. George manages to survive. George, what coincidence that is. But he survives in P3 now. Harry, what an amazing start up to P12, I must say. Peter in P16 now. So both of them making great starts as well. But George has now overtaken Callum, unfortunately for Callum. But yes, George has reclaimed P2. Will Callum be able to fight back? Will he not? That is the question we are all for sure wondering. But we will have to see, of course, what happens. But we have 22 laps of racing. I hope you are all strapped in and ready, because it's about to go down. That's what I can tell you, people. It's about to heat up to the max as the guys are racing and racing. Who will be going for the overtake first? It looks like Harry is potentially approaching an overtake. At the same time, Peter is also approaching an overtake. Who will get it first? It looks like Peter will on the inside, sorry, I believe that's the inside. Yes, that's the inside of Sebastian Vettel, the man who took him out of a sprint race, in fact, and now he's right on Harry. Who will win it? This time round, it's wheel to wheel. Of course, Peter being on the slower tyres, Harry being on the faster ones. Harry's definitely got the advantage there. Harry managing to defend him off for now. But will Harry be able to hold him off for long as Peter is piling on the pressure? Of course, Peter getting the slipstream. No DRS as of yet. But now on the inside of, no, on the outside, sorry, of Harry. Gets the overtake, nicely done by Peter. But Harry bouncing back now. Potentially going on the inside and reclaims P12, and then at the same time gets the overtake on the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz, which Peter also responds with and gets in front of Carlos Sainz. It's funny how these two are battling because, you know, I believe last time they battled, they took each other, Peter took Harry out in Bahrain, but now Peter has got through on Harry up to peer level. Will Harry find a way to respond? It's all coming down to this for sure. How will Harry respond? He's looking for the gap, looking for the way through now. Will Harry find the gap he needs? That is what he is wondering, and that's what we're all wondering here on lap 2 of the Belgium Grand Prix. And my throat is killing me. This is brilliant. I love to say it. But now Harry is trying all he can, but of course Peter got the overtake on Valtteri Bottas, which means they're separated by an AI. So Harry's gone again! And he's been taken by the Ferrari Carlos Sainz. He is down to 20th. A 5-second penalty to Harry for a severe collision with Sainz. To be fair, I think I should remove that really, because that wasn't really fair on Harry's part. He kind of spun out and Carlos Sainz went into him. So I might just adjust that. Oh no! And he spun out again! What is going on with Harry here today? He could not keep it together in the sprint race. We all thought it was rain. But something is happening. He has no wing. He must pit to repair it. It's not his race, is it, Neo? It really isn't. I don't know what's going on, but it's just not his race here today. We're on lap 3 currently, and Harry is struggling. But because Harry is all the way down there, Peter is no longer under threat as he tries for the overtake on Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis comes back and reclaims his position. Now Peter needs to try and get ahead of Lewis here. Will it be done on what I believe is the outside of Lewis Hamilton? I believe it. Will he make it stick? I think he may have done. Lewis can just not catch up, and Peter manages to get the overtake secured. Nicely done there by Peter, I must say. But something I honestly completely totally missed is George is now on top of this race. He is now ahead of his championship rival Charlie. Of course, we go back to season 3. Charlie's been in this position before where he's been battling, and I believe Harry has spun out again, now down to a 40-second gap with a new wing. What is going on with Harry? Something is just going wrong for him. And now a 43-second gap. Hopefully he can get back up, but we'll have to see. But now George absolutely just charging ahead with a 1.5-second gap. Charlie just cannot keep up with Charlie. And that's Peter gone. Why? It's the same two getting taken out. Harry, major damage. Now Peter retiring. A fast upset with George with 148.639. Well done by George. But Peter has been taken again. He's been taken by the curse of Belgium. It strikes again. Why is this happening? Why does this happen every single time we race here? DNFs constantly happen. I do not know how to put this into words. I truly do not. But nonetheless, it is what it is. An unlucky time for Peter for sure. But we will see what happens now. A 1.6-second gap between George and Charlie. George is just growing that gap bit by bit, making sure that Charlie cannot strike back. Of course, Callum's sitting in P3, just having a leisurely stroll. Sees Charlie in front of him, doesn't think, you know what, I might just stay here. You know, I'm in a podium position. And that's it. Oh, it really does, mate. You should watch Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 Belgium. Honestly, it's chaotic every single time, Neo. I bet you can't wait to race here next season, because I guarantee you, it's going to be in Season 5. It honestly is going to be in Season 5. I can guarantee you that, now. Probably the worst news you've had all day. But yeah, enjoy. Trust me, it's going to be exciting. But now, you've only got the top three at the top. You've got Harry at the bottom. The top three separated by 2 seconds each. I think we've reached a part of just racing, of just calm, collective thoughts, where everyone can just seem to relax and collect their thoughts again and see what can happen. And that's the yellow sector 2, and Harry has unfortunately spun again. Will Harry retire? I don't think he is. I think he's going to stay strong. Something's just going wrong for Harry, and I don't know what it is. Something is just not liking him here today at Belgium. Something not like Peter either. And he's gone again. What is going wrong with Harry today? I honestly cannot tell you. An unlucky show for Harry, for sure. Hopefully he does not grow into that 1 minute mark. Because when you reach that 1 minute mark, it doesn't. It kind of makes you think not great. But who knows? Rattled by CK. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Potentially, Evan. And he's gone again. Is that him retiring, or is he continuing? He's actually no way. Is he continuing? Is he doing this on purpose to get a safety car? Let's watch his wheel movements. So he's taking it nicely round here. Does he just clip the curb? I want to know what's going wrong here. He's currently in gear 6. He can definitely go higher than that. I know he can. Something's not hitting right. It's now to a 112 gap. He's going slower than usual. Because I know he can go faster than that. Please don't tell me you're going to... Oh, no. He's going into the pits. That's interesting. Don't know what to make of that. But, and there it is. He has retired, unfortunately, from a session. Nicely done by Harry Respectable to go back into pits so it doesn't cause a safety car. Respectable, to be fair, by Harry to do that, and I'll give him credit. But we are down to the top 3. Only on lap 6. Neo, I bet you're loving my show, so I bet you're really looking forward to this now, season 5, when you take up the reins of the, what are you racing in again? The Haas, I believe? Well, wait, Mercedes is come available, if you want that, it's up to you. Take it whilst you can, because George and Peter will probably strike back and want it back. But, it is what it is. And right now, it does not seem that Alpine will take home a Constructors' Championship here today. Because right now, if it all ends how it is, it'll be George with fastest lap and getting the 25 points. That's 26 minus Charlie's 18. That's literally only 8 points difference. So it's not a 13... It's not a 13-second gap, which means Alpine do not take the Constructors' Championship. Which means it will go down to Brazil. Now, whether they can, to be honest, looking at it, I don't know if Red Bull have a chance. I don't, to be honest, putting it truly into perspective. Right, people in chat right now. Who's in chat? I bet you can't wait, Neo. Who's good at maths and is currently in chat? I want to know. George sets another fast up for 148.274. Nicely done by George there. We're going to actually currently calculate whether Alpine actually do win the Constructors, have already won, or not. Because potentially they have. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not too sure, to be fair. Because I don't think Red Bull really have a chance. Actually, no, they do. Because 27 plus 18, that's... I can't do maths. I really can't do maths. Let's actually find out. What is a break, you know, in anything. Let's just have a look, shall we? So 27 plus 18 equals 45. Okay. So that's 45 points. Red Bull can potentially get if both Alpines DNF. So now you want to do 420 plus. So George took 7 points. Plus 7 plus 1 plus 26 equals 454. Okay. So 454. And then so. What is. So they're on 342. So that's 342 plus 8 plus 18. Let's say it stays the same. That's 368. So now we do 454 minus 368. 86 points stand between it. And we know that it is a 45 points you can get total at Brazil. So, by my rough calculations, and I believe I say major rough calculations, Alpine have actually won. If it stays like this, only if it stays like this, would have won the Constructors' Championship. I know, Callum's still in the race. Oh! Charlie now! What the hell's happened to Charlie? Everyone's on the mediums. He's suffering. He's still on the inters. He's falling down. He can't compete. Or has he made the biggest shout ever? It's starting to rain. Thank you, Evan. I didn't actually see that. It's starting to rain. So has Charlie just pulled the biggest big brain move I have ever seen in DFL history. Have I actually just seen that? Has he gone on to Inters at exactly the right point in time that Callum and George will need to pit? Because they're still on mediums. Take 20 seconds, give or take 30 seconds. Charlie may have just pulled the... Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Why does Belgium do this? I've now managed to jinx Peter and Charlie. And now we are down to two drivers. 3 drivers have been taken. That is the Belgium curse. No, Charlie, I'm not even lying. You've seen DFL videos. You know of the Belgium curse. It takes everyone with it. And that's what it's done. We are down to 2 solid drivers here. 2 drivers. Oh my god. People, I have some information for you as to why Charlie did DNF. Charlie's TV turned off. He could not see where he's going. And that's why he crashed. His TV had turned off. I'm not even going to comment on that. What I'm going to say, touch wood he does. But as long as George survives, touch wood again, Wait, actually, no. Let's just do the calculations real quick. 420. I think we know the obvious answer, but 420 minus 342, 78 points. Which means that you are right, Neo. Alpine are the Season 4 Constructors Champions. That is official. That is what I can tell you all. Alpine are the Season 4 Constructors Champions. That is major. We will now give them a role officially. And I may ask Preston to make a nice little graphic for that. But also, let's just put this into perspective, right? Currently, George is on 244, right? Let's say he wins this. So 26 points, that's 270. Minus 233 is 37 points. So, if George survives and this race, he wins the WDC. Touch wood he does, but that is everything. If George survives this race, that means that is confirmed. It is it. If George survives this race, not only would have Alpine become the Season 4 Constructors Champions, but he becomes a World Drivers' Champion. And the safety car has gone in, by the way. And Callum now is on the attack, going after George. We know that George potentially doesn't struggle in mine. And George is weaving. I thought he lost it there. I genuinely thought he lost it. How will Callum respond to this? How will Callum respond? Will Callum be able to do this? Will George be able to win this race, or will Callum be able to get the overtake to win another race? It's a rainy race. Potentially George struggles in the rain. We've seen it before in France. Can Callum take advantage of that here today? It's all to play for. It's all to play for. Will George be able to survive and take home the World Drivers' Championship? Or will it not? Actually, hold up. I said if he survives, but it's not if he survives. It's if he gets, I'd say, what's the current gap? What's the current 244 to 233, so that's 11, 21, 10, that's still possible, 21, 12 is 23, 15 is 27. Is that correct? 26. George. To correct myself, I'm gonna put this on the group chat as well. George needs second at least to have the WDC. That is how it goes down this race. As long as George survives and stays above second, not only do Alpine become the Constructors' Champions of Season 4, but George gets the Season 4 World Drivers' Championship. That is something. That is something that George will want. But will it happen here today? It's looking like George is surviving. It's looking like he's breaking away from Callum. So is that it? Is this it for George? Is this his moment? It's all he wants. It's all he wants. It's a World Drivers' Championship. And he can have it. Right now. He just has to survive. But who knows? We will wait and see what happens. But yes, Peter and George are the Constructors' Champions Season 4. How do we feel about that, people? They are the Constructors' Champions. That is something, ain't it? Anyway, back to the video. Problem is, right now, it's such a gap that it's difficult to commentate. So we're just talking about different stuff, you know? But we look back on the season. George and Alpine have run this season. Let's be honest. So truly they do deserve a Constructors' Championship. They've done brilliantly. And they secured that. And I know I keep saying this, but for 9 laps, it could be 9 more laps until George is named the World Drivers' Champion of Season 4. I bet Preston will be annoyed he missed this one. I bet Preston will be annoyed he missed this one. The crowning of a champion. That is truly something. I don't think my vocal points will be able to reach it if George manages to do it. But we're going to stop talking about it because it will jinx it. And I, touch wood, hope I have not jinxed it. But Callum maybe will be on, as long as he can survive, touch wood he does, for another podium. Potentially what could be the final podium of his DFL racing career. We know for next season he's going into the head race director role. He's no longer racing. So this could be it. I love the fact that my stream is crashing. I love the fact that that is happening. But we are back, I believe. I think we're fine. Basically what I'm saying is that this could be Callum's final podium. And Callum's going into the pits at the same time as George. It's dried up. Everyone's going into the pits. What is George going on to? It's going to be the hards. What is Callum going on to? I think it's also going to be the hards as well. Both of these guys know that they just have to survive. George for a World Drivers' Championship. Callum for the final podium potentially of his whole DFL racing career. That is right, people. Today is the day we may be saying goodbye to the first full-time long driver in DFL history. I know that Bailey has been and gone. He raced a few races though. I know that a few other people like Jake have been and gone. I know that Carl has also been and gone, and he was in season 2, part in season 3. He was a World Drivers' Champion. But Callum has been a consecutive driver through 1, 2, 3, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 seasons of the DFL. And now this could be his final podium, if he can survive here and stay in the top 3. No way is it raining again. No way. They've just pitted. There is no way it's raining again. I saw some drips going down his helmet, but I'm not sure whether that was just me being stupid or not. Who knows? George is currently closing the gap on Lance Stroll. The gap that he wants to close to make sure that he wins in the race he could become champion. Because that's how you want to do it. That's how you want to do it, in style. But people, if this happens, we are still eluding the record-breaking champion. We are still eluded of that. We are still missing that. Because Charlie was the prospect this season. Preston was the prospect last season. None have been able to do it. None have been able to secure that second championship yet. So, all Charlie's hoping for is for something to happen for George. And that's when he has his chance to take his second World Drivers' Championship. But this may be it. Who knows how this will go down in the final 7 laps. Who's still in chat, by the way? Who we still got in chat? Because I know I'm probably boring you all out talking about champions, and champions, but there's not much else to really talk about right now. Apart from George being back on top and Callum being back on top as well. Both in P1 and P2. I'm going to also speak to my trusted content creator. Director. And see if he can whip up some cool graphics of the championships. Because I think that would look quite cool, you know? But what are your guys' opinions so far on this season? I know we only started streaming about halfway through season. What is your true opinions? Because I really want to hear them, to be honest. And I hope all you YouTube viewers as well have really enjoyed this season. Because I know I have, and I know we still have 1 race left. But it looks like it may be getting concluded here today. If all goes the way that George wants it to. This could be it. Who knows? We will of course wait and see. But who knows? But I'm running out of things to say. I honestly am. I need some help from some good old trusted viewers to come in and help me make some convo, because I have nothing. I honestly have nothing. That's why it's good about Twitch chat. You got viewers to talk to. Sorry, I'm getting a bit off topic, aren't I? This could be it. The time we have waited for. The championship could be decided here and now. Will George make it possible? He's still setting the fastest sectors. He's still 10 seconds above Callum. But Callum will not mind, because all he wants is a podium. All he wants is his final podium of his the potential final podium of his DFL racing career. That's all he wants. What is my opinion on baguettes? Baguettes are nice. Baguettes are very nice. Fastest lap set by Georgia, 147.653. Nicely done by Georgia. I think baguettes are very nice. What is your opinion on baguettes, Charlie? You like them? No, you can eat them? Probably shouldn't have said that. I apologise, Charlie. I apologise for going there. Shouldn't have said that. True, that is true. I wanted a question, and you gave me a question about baguettes. It's so random. It's so random. Good. I got worried for a second there. I know you... Yeah, I got worried. How was shopping? What you mean when we went for the tickets today? We didn't exactly go shopping, to be fair. We just grabbed the tickets. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright, actually. It was alright. Oh, no, shopping. Sorry, idiot. You mean me shopping with my sister? Yeah, it was actually good. It was a very good time. We got a lot of stuff for holiday. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. New clothes and everything. Got my got some sliders. Got some sunglasses. You want a try on haul video? That would look very bad, mate. That'd be very bad. Yeah. It was simply... Hello.
Hello, DC.
Mate, how do you feel? You are the Season 4 World Constructors Champions.
Yeah, we are absolutely the GOATs this season. We have torn up the league in a whole different dimension. We have.
Absolutely, mate. I don't... You guys have just run this season. Like, in fairness to Red Bull, they've had some good moments. McLaren, Monza. But you guys...
Yeah, McLaren Monza was McLaren was there in Monza, yeah. To be fair, McLaren were a bit of a threat, you know. But, you know, in the end, they didn't really, you know, get in our way as much as Red Bull did. But in the end, Red Bull wasn't even as much as a threat as, well, you know, they haven't really been much of a threat as well. But, you know, they have stood in our way after Monaco. So, Monaco, they did really put their foot down by taking the lead of the constructors. But me and George, we bounced back and we got that 1-2 that we needed.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. That's all you needed, and now you're constructors champions.
Yeah, we're
your
constructors
name.
Champions. Everything that we you know, George on his way to potentially becoming a world champion as well in the DFL. It would be a great day for Alpine on this very track.
It absolutely would be, mate. And trust me, you will hear a finish like none other. It will be legendary.
I was just kind of hoping, you know, George wasn't going to bottle today's race just because, you know, he's been on F1 2023, getting used to that. So, you know, if George wins the championship today, he doesn't need to turn up next week.
I'm hoping he does so. You know, like, come on, don't do that to me.
George, you can take a break for next week, all right, mate? You won the championship after today, all right?
Oi. You do... No. He does not just get a weekend off because he is a champion. No. Champions turn up.
Do you know why he does get the weekend off? Let me tell you this. That's because he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Fair enough.
He is the GOAT, fam. He is the absolute GOAT. He is like the owner of this league.
Whoa!
He races in it. He owns it.
Whoa! Hold up, man, Buster.
He's coming for it.
Mate, we'll see.
Mark my words, George. Mark my words. George will take over Preston's records in the DFL.
Can I just say though, because George, Oh, go on.
Oh yeah, go.
I was saying, because George is potentially, maybe, touchwood surviving and winning the World Drivers' Championship here today, we are still elusive of that record-breaking second time World Drivers' Champion.
Yeah, I'd like to see someone push for a second title. You know, we saw Preston after for like, you know, was it seasons one? He had it in a bag, and then seasons two he didn't really have it as much. It was between Harry and Carl at that rate, and then seasons three he came back. He bounced back towards the final race. He put the pressure on Charlie there, and unluckily he did not succeed. So it's unlucky for him because it would have been nice to see him break a record or set a new record in the DFL, but you know, it was just unfortunate that he, you know, didn't get that second title that he wanted, and that we viewers and all that would have wanted as well. But yeah, I mean, hopefully someone next season, such as like George, or even, you know, if Preston comes back to racing, or even Charlie, you know, could see a three champions on the grid next season for the title. And, you know, because the whole game as well is changing as well, you know, it could spice up the game for everybody.
Very true, and we all know that F123 does bring controller and wheel players in by quite a margin. So it's going to be even more interesting next season.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, it'd be interesting to see if Alpine are willing to keep us next season as well for, you know, potentially for that third world record in the championship. Who knows yet where our future lies up and where we end up for next season in which car. But yeah,
who knows? We definitely don't know that, do we? We definitely have no information on that, which will be
not yet. You know, we're still negotiating with Alpine. You know, just trying to see what's going on here. But yeah, there's still a battle yet to be, you know, still a battle yet to be settled for the next race between me and Callum. So it will be a battle for third place. It will be very close, but, you know, hopefully with a bit of luck, you know, Callum did bum me over at the start in the sprint race. So yeah, he did put my sprint race in a bit of jeopardy. He did there. And then I had a nice recovery in the sprint, and then got killed by Sebastian Vettel, so that was nice. And then again, I was killed by an AI. So
hasn't gone too well for you, has it?
You know, I had the pace. I have the pace every weekend, but you know, there's it just, you know, sometimes things can't be helped and out of my hands, and you know, I'll do everything I can to stay out of those harm's way. But you know, when I'm going into turns one, you know, doing whatever I need to do and not do anything stupid, I'm just getting bummed over, and then I'm getting facing the wall the next minute. So yeah, definitely will have that looked at for sure. We have got footage.
Quick question. Of course, I'll go back on it, but can you remember your pole lap? What time it was?
It was a 1:43.5.
I can confirm. You have.
Yeah, I broke George's record.
Not George's.
Harry's?
It was Carl's. A 143.853. The most George did was a 144 in last season.
A 138.
143.853.
That's yeah. I had a feeling I might have broken some records today. You know, it was just unlucky that Guan Yu Zhou, you know, I don't know what happened there. I thought George was joking when he told me that Guan Yu Zhou got pole, and I was like, what?
Of course, Guan Yu Zhou did it.
Guan Yu Zhou, I think that man, we need to check his PC files. That was not a legit lap. I call for a remark on that pole lap.
I'm afraid to say, but if Azerbaijan, if Mick Schumacher's pole lap stood in Azerbaijan season 1, then Matt's definitely standing this season.
We gave that to Preston. Remember, we ended up giving it to Preston.
Did you? Did we?
Yeah. Because I remember I asked you, because I asked you about that, and then because something like, I don't know, I think Preston actually did get pole, but then it gave it to Schumacher or something like that, and then yeah.
Because that was
And then-
glitching. It was like saying 2 minutes, and Preston was like 1 minute something. That's why we gave it to him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And
Joe's.
there's no way an AI beat me. Come on. I smoked
Yeah,
all
but
the AI.
But his timing says different. His timing is actually official, and it says a
I just don't
141.
understand how that man pulled 1.9 seconds out between me and him. Someone said like 8 seconds he had to pull. That's crazy.
Mm.
I don't even have that kind of pace in the locker.
Oh God. Yeah,
But
definitely
yes, either
cut
way-
that out video because my pause menu came up because of the inactivity on my Xbox controller.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, this is your part now, brother.
But people, what a great season it has been. George has continued battling all season, has not given up, no matter what hurdles he came through. Charlie, Callum, Peter, he took the Constructors' Championship with Peter home today, and he takes the Season 4 World Drivers' Championship as well. A full congratulations to George and Alpine. A brilliant day for them, unmatched by nothing in their history books. Alpine set down as a 2-time Constructors' Champions with 2 different members, but George, for the first time, is your World Drivers' Champion. And here comes George, the Season 4 World Drivers' Champion and one half of the Season 4 Constructors' Champions, comes out to take another win here today at the cursed track known as Belgium. But alongside him, for what could potentially be his final podium in his DFL racing career, is Callum. Both of them have achieved something incredible, and I only say that because it's Callum's potential last podium ever. But well done to Callum for that, and absolutely well done to Albin and George today.